Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends. Welcome back to another shir on the Parsha. I thank all of those who commented on the previous one and encouraged me to produce more. This shir is sponsored very, very generously in the merit of Meres Chana Rezel Bas Miriam Rivka, who should have a healthy child, B'chol Ramach Evarev V'shas Gidov. She should have an easy birth. And for Yaakov ben Sarah Esther, he should find a zivug hagun v'meheira v'karov. It should go easily. It's a Shem. The family should have everything they need in order to marry off this wonderful child. And we thank our anonymous sponsor. In Parshas Mishpatim, and Perek Chav Beis Pasuk Chav Dalet, it says, "In Kesef talve es ami, es heoni moch, lo si yelo kinoshe, lo simun alav neshech." If you lend money to my nation, to the poor that is with you, do not be like a creditor. Do not place interest upon him. This is a very interesting pasuk, and that pun was intended. What does it mean? Im kesef talve es ami. What do you mean? If. Well, you have an option. Should you lend? Shouldn't you lend? It's a mitzvah to lend. So Chazal already say, indeed, in the Mechilta, that usually when it says im, it means if, but this im is obligatory. You must lend. And then the question begs, we're talking about giving to the poor, right? The question begs, that was a pun. Why then does it say im? If normally im means if, that it's an option, and here's an exception to the rule, im means you have to, so why does it say im? Just say, lend money. The Torah isn't embarrassed, the Torah isn't shy, the Torah isn't bashful when it comes to commanding us to do things. So just say, you must loan money to the poor. That question was asked by the Heilig Or HaChaim, on whose street I was zocheh to live, Baruch Hashem, for over 20 years. I raised my family there. And I feel a special kesher to the Or HaChaim HaKadosh. He says, why does Hashem speak b'derech safek b'makom vadai? If you have to. Says the Or HaChaim HaKadosh, a big yesod in life. I wouldn't say it myself. Who am I to say? Ich bin garnished. On a good day. But the Or HaChaim says it. Says the Or HaChaim that a person might say when he sees someone who has loads of money, be'Amerika omrim, he is rolling in it. So much money, he can just roll around in it all the time. He has large bank accounts in Switzerland, Chase Manhattan. In all these faraway places, he has yachts, he has mansions, he has gold, he has silver. He invested in a lot of different stocks. He has hundreds of millions of dollars. He owns buildings in Midtown Manhattan. Why does a person need so much money? He only needs one mattress to sleep on. He only has one stomach. You get filled up. I mean, how many pieces of chicken can you eat? You ate lunch, you ate chicken, potatoes, you ate a side dish, you ate some soup. How much can a person eat? How much clothing can a person wear? You just wear what you're wearing. Okay, in other words, the guy like me, I basically wear this, I don't wear the same thing every day, but it just looks like the same, if you catch my drift, right? The white shirt, dark suit. Right? Why, says the Or HaChaim HaKadosh, do people have more money than they need to live? And the answer is because not everybody is worthy of having money. Some people Hashem decided for whatever his reasons were. It could be they weren't worthy because they sinned. It could be because they were getting it in this world and they're going to have a good portion in the next world. It could be that the Hashem wants them to empathize with others, to learn. Hashem can have 1,000 reasons for making somebody poor. But Hashem decided that a certain person is going to be poor. So he doesn't have the schus of receiving the money directly from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So what does HaKadosh Baruch Hu do? HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives his money to the rich person. So says the Or HaChaim HaKadosh, when he owns that building in Midtown Manhattan, when he has that bank account in Switzerland, when he has that yacht in France, it doesn't really belong to him. It really belongs to a poor person. He doesn't need so much. What he needs, he needs. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving a lot of poor people's money to this person. And he's supposed to hold on to it for them, and then when they come, he's supposed to give it to them. Or maybe even find them and give it to them. That's his job. So the Shefa comes through this person. And that's why the Pasuk says, Im kesef. Im ra'isa shehaya lecha kesef yoser al ma she'ata tzarich la'atzmecha. If you see that you have more money than you need for yourself, this is like radical. She'ata malveh le'ami. תדע לך שאין זה חלק המגיעך אלא חלק אחרים שהוא עמך. And this money you're lending to others, you should know that it's not really your money, it's really that person's money. It's ha'ani imach. And therefore when you're giving him, when you're lending him, or when you're giving him tzedakah, the feeling shouldn't be I'm giving you mine. No. The feeling should be, I'm giving you yours. Why do I have more than what I need? Because it's yours. Hashem was nice to me, made me feel good. I can go to sleep at night and know I have a lot in the bank. But it's really yours. And the pasuk continues, don't be arrogant when relating to the poor person, because I'm the giver and he's the receiver. No. Lo siya lo kenoshe. Don't be like a creditor, which literally means don't like demand it back if the guy doesn't have it, as Rashi says. But noshke milshon hisnasus. Don't elevate yourself above this person. Oh, I'm greater than you. Ich hab the geld. Baal hadeya hu baal hamei omrim baaretz. If you have the money, you know everything. You're the man. And you don't have money. What are you worth? You're nothing. What do they say in America? What's he worth? What do you mean, what's he worth? It could be he knows Gans Shas. It could be he's at Tzaddik Yisod Olam. He fasts every Monday and Thursday and every day in between except for Shabbos. It could be that he's the davens with tremendous kavanas of the Arizal when he sees the Malachim dancing around. It could be, what is he worth? Well, he doesn't have any money. Oh, he's not worth anything. And what is he worth? What is Reb Warren Buffett worth? Oh, $67 billion. That's what he's worth. No. That's his nasus. He's worth more because he has more money. No. That's not the way the Torah judges you. Lo sielo kinoshe. If I'm the rich guy, I have the fancy mansion, he's coming, knocking on my door on a Sunday morning, and I say, oh, what a surprise, a Meshulach from Eretz Yisrael, coming to collect money for Echnas' Kala. I can't have his nasus. I should say, do you know why HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hashem, made me so rich? Because I have to give you the money. Hashem didn't want to give it to you directly. Hashem is giving me the money in order to give it to you. Lo siya lo kenoshe. Don't be misnase over him. And then the pasuk continues and says, and also don't take interest. Why would you take interest? You're giving him his money. And the pasuk says, Es ha'ani imach, where Rashi to me says the greatest secret of giving tzedakah, once somebody does this, it becomes the easiest thing in the world. As easy as eating a delicious breakfast or doing anything else that I like to do for myself in order to make myself feel good, and that is empathy. Feel like you are the ani. I'm him. Oh, if I'm him, I might as well give him a very big check, because the more I'm giving to him, the more I'm giving to myself. That's empathy. Or Rabbi said, there's a lot to learn from this pasuk, and a lot more. But we have the principle, and the principle is to open your hearts. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu has his cheshbonos why he gave to this person, not to the other person. The important thing is to give, Baruch Hashem. It's a schus to give. It saves from cancer. It saves from Lou Gehrig's disease. What are the odds that Dafka Lou Gehrig should get Lou Gehrig's disease? It saves Lo Aleinu. It saves a person from broken legs. It saves a person from sick children, from Shalom Bayis problems. All of the brachas come down when someone gives. So when you're giving to others, the word nasan is written nasan backwards and forwards. Because when you're giving, you're really getting it right back. It goes this way and it goes right back, nasan right back to you. And Ein Adam, the Rambam says, Ma'ani Menat Tzedakah, you don't go poor when you give tzedakah. And it gives you shefa bracha, it gives you bracha in this world, it gives you bracha in the next world. And if Rachmana litzlan, a person's in financial straits and they don't know what to do, and they're afraid that they're not going to have money in the next few weeks, and they're worried about the rent and this and that, and their kids and tuitions, the best thing to do is write a nice check for tzedakah. That brings down the shefa. That's the promise that Chazal give us. Aser b'shvil tisasher. We know that that's the reason we're in this world. We're in this world to give. That's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world. Olam chesed yibane. He writes on that we should all be zoche, not because, and not b'merirus, like a wealthy person once said to me. Numerous wealthy people I've heard this from. They just, how terrible it is, how tenacious it is, how brutal, that was the word he used. Brutal! These poor people, they come and they knock at my door. It's brutal. You should never know. I should never know. You should never know. We should be zocha to be happy that we can give, and it's a schus to give. And Yosef Mimasha Baal Abayis Osim Ha'ani Osim Baal Abayis. The poor person does more for the rich person person does more for the poor person. The poor rich person does for the poor person. And we should be zocha to give b'simcha b'tuv levav merov kol. And we should see Chaim Kulanu Hayom, Hashem's bracha in all areas of life, in Parnasa and in health, and in Ruchnias and Gashmias and Nachas from our children, grandchildren, and Shidduchim, and everything that we need in Mitzvah Hashem. And we should be Zocha B'Karov Mamish. Ki Krovi Yeshuasi, Lavo V'Tzidkasi Li Galos, that B'Schus Hatzedaka will be Zocha, say Chazal, to the Gula Hashlema, B'Mehira V'Yameinu, Amen V'Amen, Shalom Shalom, sweetest and most beloved friends.